for his wife, and that is the duty upon him. And this is the authority that Allah has given to the man over the woman, due to that which he spends from his wealth upon her. Likewise, there are other duties that are different between the two of them. And from those examples that we can bring, is the fact that the woman, the place of the woman is in the home, and the place of the man is out of the home. And this is the base rule. Out of the home, not in the sense that he's out there sitting on the street corners, but out of the home in the sense that he's out there, either working. When he's not working, he's seeking knowledge. If he's not seeking knowledge, he's doing some duties that will benefit himself, benefit the ummah, benefit his family. And first and foremost, of course, benefiting his family. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has placed a great duty upon the men and the women with regard to their families. When Allah has mentioned in the Quran, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu qu anfusikum wa ahlikum nara. Where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has stated, O you who believe, or those of you who have true faith, then save yourselves and your families from the fire. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has ordered us by command that those of you who believe, you should save yourselves, that you must save yourselves and your families from the fire. So the issue of the family is not a small matter. Knowing at the same time that saving of the family is extremely important. So when he's out there, when we say that the man is out of the house, that in generality the man is not in the house, his place is not the home. When we say that his place is outside of the home, but his place outside of the home, meaning that he's doing something useful and something meaningful with his life. Not that he's just out there, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made the home the place of the woman, so therefore I will just stay out of the house. Meaning that he will stay out of the house, and he will sit upon the street corners, or stand upon the street corners, or he will just go to sit with a brother and all he's doing is drinking coffee and tea all day. Or he's just roaming around the city centres or the towns or the shops. This is not what is intended by this. But rather what is intended by this, that he's doing something meaningful and useful with his life. So he's out there working, providing for his family. And there is a great nobility in this. That the upper hand is better than the lower hand. And as the Messenger of Allah ﷺ indicated in a hadith, that the upper hand, the hand that earns for itself, meaning, or the hand that provides for itself and provides for his family, is better than the hand that is lower, meaning the hand that begs and asks other people. And this is something that the Salafi needs to truly implement in his life. Salafi male I'm talking about, not the Salafi females. The Salafi males inside of their households, they need to start providing for their families, providing for their wives and providing for their children, and not relying upon the handouts that are given by the government and handouts that are given by the social security and other than that. Rather we should be people who are reliant upon our efforts, knowing that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who blesses the wealth that is earned. As the Prophet of Allah alayhi salatu wasalam mentioned, that if a person was to go out in the night time, or to go out and go to the woods and gather firewood, and then come to the marketplace and sell it, that it is better for him than he was to ask the people and beg of the people. So the Salafi does not beg, and nor does he want to beg, nor is he a person who demands and puts his hand and puts his head low beneath the people, asking the people to give to him. Rather the authority that the man has given to the woman is due to the man spending upon his family from his wealth. So when he spends upon his family, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blesses him and blesses his family, because he knows that he's worked and he's strived, and every time that he puts a morsel of food in his mouth, in the mouth of his wife, or the mouths of his children, then Allah Jalla wa Ala rewards him for that. And what better, any person who knows, who's got a family, who's got wife, or has wife or wives, and has children, then this individual earns his wealth and brings the wealth home, or puts the food on the table, and pays the bills. And he has no need of his wife's wealth, and he does not ask her for wealth. This person who does this, he in himself, and this is something that is known and experienced by the people, that his life is easier. He has honor inside of his house, and he has authority inside of his house, and he has nobility and sharaf due to the goodness that Allah has provided him with, and due to him spending upon his household. And then the wife respects him more. So this is extremely important. This is not something that is to be neglected, as it seems to be neglected by unfortunately some of our Salafi brothers. That they are the ones who will put their wives upon the DSS claims, and they themselves will not go out and seek any work or employment. And sometimes, unfortunately, the excuse that is used by some of the brothers is that I'm too busy for this because I want to be a talibul ilm, that I want to be a student of knowledge. Ya ikhwan, my brothers, this is not the way of the Salaf of this ummah. This was not the way of Abu Bakr. This was not the way of Umar. This was not the way of Uthman. This was not their way. Even the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to earn his wealth. As the hadith in Bukhari, in Sahih al-Bukhari mentions in the excellence or the stories of the companions, and not the stories of the companions, the excellence and the stories of the prophets, alayhimus salatu wassalam, that the Prophet of Allah alayhi salatu wassalam was asked the question, is it true that every one of the prophets was a shepherd? He said, indeed not a prophet has come except that he was a shepherd. So even the prophets of Allah alayhimus salam, that they were individuals who used to go out and earn their wealth, that they used to work and they used to strive, and they were the messengers of Allah. They were the messengers of Allah, sent by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to guide and call the people. Additionally to this, we look at the story of the likes of Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu, that when he took on the khilafah, and the people said to him, how much shall we attribute to you? How much shall we take from the Baytul Mal, from the coffers of the dawla or the state? How much shall we take from the sadaqah to give you in salary? He said, I don't want any of this, just show me where the marketplace is. As a khalifa, as the ruler of the Muslims, an empire that stretched across the Jaziratul Arab, and into Misr, and all the way across to Bahrain, and he was sending armies into Khurasan, modern day Iran and Afghanistan. That whilst that was occurring, Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu was asking the people, where's the marketplace so I can go and do my business? Because he didn't want to live off the people. And how was the likes of Umar radiallahu anhu, the hadith that is well known and authentic in the abwab of seeking knowledge, where Umar radiallahu anhu used to, with his companion, that one day he would go out in the market and in the fields and earn the wealth, and one day his companion would go out and earn the wealth. And in odd days, that one of them would sit with the Prophet ﷺ and seek knowledge, whilst the other was working. Then they would swap over, and then he would go and seek knowledge, whilst Umar was working. So the companions were not lazy, and they were not layabouts. They took their responsibility seriously with regard to working, and seriously with regard to studying, and seriously with regard to seeking of knowledge. And they never neglected any part of that. So the Salafi needs to be balanced in his affairs, and balanced with regard to the way that he treats his family. And likewise the women, that you should encourage your husbands with regard to this affair. Because there are some sisters, unfortunately, out there, who are always demanding from their husbands that the husband stays inside the house. Stay inside the house for what? To change the nappies? That's your duty. You change the nappies, you look after the children, you take care of the children. Send him out to go and work. Send him out to go and earn, so that he may earn and provide for his family. Then in the evenings he should teach her. If he is not able to teach her, then take her with the child and go to the dars, and go and seek knowledge. If he is not able to go out and seek knowledge because in your locality that it is not possible, or because you have 44 children, then in that situation, connect to Paltalk and go and listen to the lectures on Paltalk. So yes, you need your husband around you, but not in the sense that he has a partnership with you inside of the house. So 18 hours of the day is in the house like you are in the house. No, rather send him out to go and earn his wealth. And if you are from those women who truly wants khair for your husband, then be from those women who encourage your husbands, not order them, encourage them. Encourage them to go and earn. Encourage them to go and study. And encourage them to teach you. And encourage them to teach the children. Encourage them to buy a maktaba. Encourage them to build a library for themselves. For those of you who are able to speak Arabic, then build an Arabic library. For those of you who are not able to speak Arabic, then at least start building an English library. So your wife in the house, when she is present, in the house and you're not there, then she has enough cassettes, enough CDs, enough books that she can go to. If something arises inside of a situation of the house, that she doesn't have to ring you, she can pick up the fatwa or the fatawa of Lajnatu Da'ima that has been translated now, or a certain portion of it has been translated. She can pick it off the shelf and look for the ruling for herself. So she becomes a seeker of knowledge and the seeker of haqq. So our brothers should not be from those individuals who pay no concern to these important, extremely important matters. And when we say you go out and work, then you should go out and work and be from those brothers who are excelling in that which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given them. So don't be from those people who are just looking for the lowly jobs. Rather the ummah needs individuals and people who, number one, they work in an environment that is halal and permissible for them to do so. That they work in an environment where they are not disobeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And they are working in an environment that allows them to bring out the best of their skills to earn the best of their wealth. So they can spend that wealth upon their mother, upon their father, upon the mother who raised them, upon the father who provided for them. and at the same time spend upon their wives and spend upon their children. So we don't just go out and look for a menial job. If you are capable and you have some skills, then look for the best job, so long as it does not violate the restrictions of Allah or the forbiddencies of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.